Manchester United 3, Lens 1, and yes, it was a game of two halves. 1-0 down in the first half to go and win 3-1, basically winning the second half 3-0. But Manchester United dominated possession in the game. Manchester United had the majority of shots, majority of chances, and Manchester United were the better team and deserved to win. And Manchester United looked absolutely elite in the transition. Ten Hag said he wants Man United to be the best transitional side in the world, and we saw that in the second half. Brilliant, fast-paced movement transitions. This is what we know Ten Hag has been trying to deploy in training. We've heard about Ten Hag getting angry in training if players are passing back. It's all about moving forward. And you look at that and you go, this is what Rasmus Højlund adds. This is where Rasmus Højlund's going to fit in. 6'3", absolutely rapid. Rashford in the first half looked lost striker. That's when you need someone like Rasmus Højlund, who's a natural striker who provides that natural focal point. But the standout player for me was Alejandro Garnacho. I thought Bruno Fernandes was world class. I thought Antony, a lot of people saying, what does Antony offer? Well, we saw what he offers today. Antony was unreal. Casemiro was unreal. Lisandro Martinez is just one of the best centre-backs in the world. I thought Mason Mount was all right. I thought Onana was good. People being negative about Onana, but it is mostly Arsenal fans and rivals. But Bruno Fernandes was world class. But my standout player today was Alejandro Garnacho. 18 years of age this kid is, and maybe he's 19 now, and he's absolutely brilliant. He was a raw, electric, direct talent coming through last season, but the performance from Garnacho today was just so mature, so mature from Garnacho. Obviously got the assist, could have got another assist because Mason Mount missed an absolute sitter, but always involved in the play. He was the key attacker. The first half was particularly poor, but Garnacho was the standout player of the first half. He completed 16 passes, 4 shots, created 2 chances, completed 2 dribbles, created 1 big chance, and got an assist. It was such a mature performance from Garnacho. Deserved the assist. He really worked hard. He was tracking back. He was doing his bit for the team. But what was really mature about Garnacho today was his decision making. It wasn't being selfish, wasn't cutting in and shooting. He almost knew which was best for the team. He was bright when the rest of the team wasn't in the first half. His decisions was good. He was playing the ball work. He was linking up way. It was absolutely fabulous. I have to say, I love Garnacho. He has the ability. He can use both feet. He's direct. He can take the ball from outside to in. He's always likes to make things happen. I think sometimes Sancho can be too passive. Antony can be too predictable. But Garnacho, there's something about him where he comes on, he just booms. He's unpredictable. He's fast. He's direct. I think he's always best as a sub against tired legs, but today he was causing all the problems because Rashford in the first half was invisible in the middle, and Bruno playing the ball into Garnacho in that first half was the only real positive to come out the first half. Like, I'm not going to be negative. If you watch my watch along, I wasn't too negative at halftime in regards to the first half as well, because I said, look, it's a silly mistake from Delo. People will milk it because it's United. You'll notice all the attention on social media about Onana and all the negative attention will be from rivals in the media. We won the game 3-1. There will be negative attention. They say, oh, Onana's made a mistake. Oh, Man United don't look good in pre-season. Oh, we've won the game 3-1. Positive energy. And I think, the first half for me was the attack looked disjointed, lack of focal point, silly mistakes costing us. But in the first half, we had 9 shots to their 4. We had 71% possession to their 29% possession. Like, I'm not going to act like we were good in the first half, but let's not act like United were bad or dreadful in the first half. Lens were a good team. Lens were 1 point off winning Ligue 1 last season, only 1 point behind PSG. People need to remember that. But the only negative about Bruno is there was points of the game where, obviously, when we brought Sancho on, that we saw Bruno and Mount start to go out on the wings. For me, if we're going to be putting someone on the wing, it's Pellistri. It's keep Bruno central. If you want to bring Sancho central, then replace Mount for Sancho, and instead of replacing someone else for Sancho and like Antony for Sancho and putting Bruno on the wing. I don't like that. If you're going to bring Sancho on and you're going to play Sancho central, replace the central player and then, put Pellistri on the wing, utilize that. I don't like Bruno, I don't like Mount on the wing, and I don't like Rashford striker. I thought Rashford got better today when he was playing on the half shoulder with Antony. But I think Rashford and Garnacho are my left wingers. I think Højlund and Sancho need to be centre forwards. I think Antony and Pellistri are the right wingers, with obviously Sancho having the ability to play right winger as well. I think that Bruno and Mount need to keep central. We've got Eriksen, we've got Donny, can also play central. Donny sent to go, Casemiro. But it does highlight the need for Amrabat. I think today was another game where I was like, yeah, you could see why United need Amrabat. I think if there was 2 weak points, it would be that we do need probably maybe an improvement on right back and Amrabat. I think they were the 2 key points that I'd pick up. I think, you could see why Amrabat was needed. I thought Casemiro's retention was good, but there were moments where we lacked control. Like, I get why Ten Hag signed Mount, and I think Mount is a good player and he's going to benefit the system. He does everything Ten Hag wants off the ball. He wants to play with 2 8s. He wants to press high. But Amrabat's really going to help with control, especially in the bigger games when we're lacking to control the ball. Sustain attack, can help Casemiro defend, can pin the opposition back. He's going to hold up the ball. He's going to improve retention. I think Amrabat was needed, and I think you could argue that potentially a right back was needed after watching that game. But at the end of the day, the difference between the first half and the second half was brilliant. Whatever Eric Ten Hag said at halftime has made a big impact as well. But Amrabat should come. I've been told that Amrabat will likely be done. Højlund is coming in as well. We can see what Højlund will add. You can see what Amrabat will add. And I'm going into next season positive. I see people already getting carried away. United aren't going to finish in the top 4. United aren't going to finish in the top 4. Their signings are overrated. Why are United hyping up their signings? I'm seeing people being very negative and all of that. But you know what? For me, a lot to be positive about. I thought Bruno Fernandes was world-class, elite in every single sense. Always creating stuff, always making things happen, always a goal threat. He's a leader, brilliant out of possession, winning the ball back. Absolutely unreal. Garnacho was obviously the highlight, but another player that was good was Antony. A lot of people saying, Alice, what does Antony add? Well, you know what? I thought Antony was pretty outrageous today. You got 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 shots, 2 chances created, 33 passes, 83% pass accuracy, won all of his tackles, always involved in the game, making things happen. First half was a bit iffy, but it was a lot more involved than Rashford. But yes, Antony, sometimes he can be predictable. Yes, he can be one-footed. Yes, there's frustrations in Antony's game, but I think once Rashford started running closer to him and giving him a runner, you could see him linking up with Rashford quite well. And I think Antony's one of those players, when the players around him are making those movements and making those runs, you get the best out of Antony. He's a system player, not an individual player as well. So I'll get into that. I thought Casemiro was good. I thought Lisandro Martinez nutmegging the player as well. Really, really impressive. Onana was good as well. People will be negative about Onana, but Onana was good. Martinez was good. Varane was good. There's still a lack of depth. I think that, again, is a problem at United. But I wouldn't be too negative. People saying about Mason Mount, yes, he missed the chance. Yes, he missed a really good chance there, Mason Mount, but at least he's getting into the right areas. And I wanted to get into, obviously, SofaScore. I like to always get SofaScore up, get the statistics up and all of that as well. Can you see that on the screen? You can. 63% possession in total, 17 shots, only 6 on target. Definitely need to prove in being clinical. Obviously, lots of other things. 2 big chances created, 4 counter-attacks. You could see that United were heavy on the transition there. Lots of the ball as well. Accurate passes, 86%. That could be improved. You really want about 90% accuracy there as well. But it was much improved. 14 tackles there. And Casemiro with the tackles. Casemiro 8.4, Antony 8.4, and Rashford got an 8.4 today. But Garnacho and Bruno were equally as good, if not better, I think, in terms of, you can see the goals here. The goals came from Rashford, Casemiro, Antony. The assist came from Garnacho, Antony, and Rashford. So Rashford got a goal and assist. Big up for him. You look at things like accurate passes. Lisandro Martinez was right there at the top. Andre Onana, 87% there is pretty good because he's doing a lot of long passes. Casemiro, he gave the ball away a lot in the first half, but in the second half was a lot stronger. But Casemiro defensively did nothing wrong. People will complain at Bruno's pass accuracy, and yes, that needs to improve, but Bruno was always making things happen. Like, did you see the passes he was pulling off there as well? If you look at dribble attempts here, Garnacho obviously completed the dribble, Rashford completed 2 dribbles. They were looking pretty big. But if you look at touches here, Martinez 99, heavily involved. Bruno 62, had a lot of passes. 3 key passes from Luke Shaw, 2 key passes from Garnacho, 2 key passes from Antony, 2 key passes from Bruno Fernandes. Really, really good impact there. I mean, there's goalkeeper stats there, like saves. Onana made 6, and all of that, like saves inside the box, but it's not the most detailed and interesting. But even if you look at defensive stats here as well, 7 tackles from Casemiro. Like, Casemiro is a beast. I see people saying, oh, Casemiro has been poor in pre-season, saying Casemiro is not good enough. We need to replace Casemiro. This is what I don't get. We watched 2 pre-season games, and then, we watched the first half of this game, and people react, this player's not good enough, this isn't good enough. People reacting so quickly in pre-season, but it's actually like Casemiro was brilliant today, but we're going to act like he was awful because he was awful, for 1 game in pre-season. I don't get it. People were acting like Casemiro was awful. Gabby Abonahor said Casemiro wouldn't start for Aston Villa. Casemiro took that personally and absolutely showed his class today. Casemiro is an unbelievably good player, and we saw that today. Martinez is an unbelievably good player. We saw that today, and we've got the Wolves game next week, 9 days to go. I'm going to be positive about the Wolves game. It hasn't been the best pre-season, but, we've ended on a high. That's the most important thing. I can see what Ten Hag wants to do. I can see where Amrabat will fit in. I can see where Højlund will fit in. And I think we've got a big season ahead. Smash a like, smash a subscribe. Thank you for watching, and bye.